Hello, people! So, for the short introductions, my name is Namika. I am a crazy otaku, which means that I love Japanese food, anime, manga, and just anything related to Japan. So, this is a review for the anime called The Blue Exorcist. It launched at spring season 2011 and at that time was considered as one of the most promising releases of the year. But actually, to be honest, at that time it wasn't one of my most waited for series, but I ended up loving it more than any other release of the year that I watched so far. And the show definitely turned out to be fantastic. Now on to the cold-hearted review, and let's leave the rants to the end. First things first, and first comes the art, naturally. The art and animation are the first things that hit the eye when you start watching a new show, right? So, The Blue Exorcist has a pretty typical art style for a shonen show, but nonetheless, it was just amazing. The color palette was great, pretty vivid but not in your face bright, like, you know what I mean? Personally, I prefer colder colors like blue and purple and the cold shades of other colors. So for me, this show just hit the spot. The animation is decent, and what I love the most is that the quality of the animation didn't decrease after several episodes like it tends to do a lot of times. Overall, it just kept getting better and better, like with more and more cool fighting scenes to come. The emotional background gives the visual effects a giant boost, so all of the fighting scenes in the show look incredibly epic and chilling. So in the end, The Blue Exorcist didn't fail at making great first and just amazing last impressions. The same goes to the music as well. I recently got both of the CDs and am captivated by them up until this point. The music is very strong as it is, but it doesn't overpower the show. It intensifies the scenes to the amazing extent so that any scene can make chills run down our spine if there's an epic background music on it. So, as for the plot and characters, this can be considered as somewhat like a weak spot of the show. The idea isn't all that fresh, like the main character being special in a bad kind of way and going against his dark and dramatic fate. It's just that this time there are two great guys that were meant to be bad. But that's the trick. In this show, even the bad guy, Satan, isn't all that bad. I love that part to bits, and I love how they turned everything so that there were no gradually bad characters in this show, even Satan himself. That actually isn't new either, but in the end, it's all about the detailing, right? And as cliche as the plot could be, I can proudly say that A1 Studios made a great job with The Blue Exorcist, considering the fact that the show didn't follow the original story. Do I see another Brotherhood on the horizon? Actually, I hope that I do. I had a couple of searches to check out the manga, but I'm still in high hopes that they will pick up the original storyline book of The Blue Exorcist and turn it into a show. Imagine if they did such a great job at developing their own independent storyline, what would happen if they followed the manga accurately? That would be just amazing, don't you think? Just like it happened with Full Metal Alchemist, if you recall. The first season was an original story, and the second season was the exact the same storyline as the manga, and both of them were insanely popular. And the last thing I wanted to talk about were the characters. The character designs in The Blue Exorcist are really unique. None of them have the cliche overused detailing like huge hair clips or stuff like that. Well, you get where I'm going, right? Most of the characters are pretty composed and pleasant. Well, it's not like something wow-worthy, but it's nonetheless decent. Personally, I think Yukio is the most solid and complete character of all of the Blue Exorcist characters because I see a very wide spectrum of feelings and thoughts behind him, much more than Rin, for example. Yukio just appears as the most motivated and independent character of them all, and I guess the most alive one. I don't know, maybe I think so because I have a weak spot for bespectacled guys with attitude and a fine ass. I don't know, maybe. Anyways, on the question, should I watch this? I'm answering you, yes, you should definitely give The Blue Exorcist a shot. It is not a show that's over the top, but it's definitely worth your time. I hope this review was helpful and interesting. I hope that you liked it. And please tell me what you think about the show if you watched it already. And tell me just about anything you think about my review, because it's the first time I'm publishing it here on YouTube. So thank you for taking your time and listening to me. I am very grateful for that, and see you soon. Bye!